Listen, if you want to rise above the rest, if you want to stand out in a world where everybody is running in circles, you have to move differently. You can't do what everybody else is doing and expect to win. That's not how the game works. The game rewards those who are willing to think, to sacrifice, to push beyond the limits that others set for themselves. The game rewards those who don't settle. Most people wake up every day and follow the script. They do what's comfortable. They do what's easy. They walk the same paths that have been walked 1,000 times before, hoping that somehow this time things will be different. But they won't. Not for them. Because the truth is, if you do what everybody else does, you will get what everybody else gets. And let me tell you something. That's not enough. That's not what you were built for. You were built for more. You were designed to go further, to think deeper, to dream bigger. But dreaming isn't enough. Because everybody has dreams. The difference between the ones who rise and the ones who stay stuck is action. Not just any action. Calculated, relentless, disciplined action. That's what separates those who lead from those who follow. You see, most people don't fail because they're not talented. They don't fail because they're not smart. They fail because they don't have the discipline to do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. Success isn't about talent. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day with the mindset of a champion, even when nobody is watching. Especially when nobody is watching. Everybody wants to be great. But few are willing to put in the work to get there. Few are willing to go the extra mile when their legs are shaking, their body is tired, and their mind is telling them to stop. But let me tell you something. Those moments, those exact moments, are what separate the good from the great. When others quit, you keep going. When others doubt, you believe. When others complain, you work. That's how you outsmart everybody else. Not by being the loudest in the room, not by trying to prove something to people who don't matter, but by mastering your craft in silence. By sharpening your mind, by preparing yourself so well that when the opportunity comes, you don't just take it, you own it. Because the truth is, the world is not kind to the unprepared. Opportunity is not something you wait for. It's something you create. It's something you force into existence by being so good that they cannot ignore you. But that doesn't happen overnight. That doesn't happen by luck. That happens through work, through sacrifice, through discipline. Most people don't want to hear that. They want shortcuts. They want easy roads. But there are no easy roads to greatness. There is only one way, through the late nights, through the early mornings, through the doubt, through the failures, through the pain. That's the price. And if you're not willing to pay it, then step aside because somebody else will. The world belongs to those who prepare, to those who study, to those who understand that every moment is a chance to sharpen their minds, to improve, to get better. The world belongs to those who are willing to do what others won't so they can live how others can't. So you have a choice. You can blend in, do what's safe, stay comfortable, or you can break free. You can take control. You can push yourself beyond the limits that the world has set for you. You can decide right now that you will not be average, that you will not settle, that you will be relentless in your pursuit of excellence. Because at the end of the day, nobody is going to hand you success. Nobody is going to knock on your door and say, here, take it. You have to take it for yourself. You have to claim it. And that starts right now. Let me know if you want me to refine anything further. Ask the ones who show up every day, put in the work, and stay committed, regardless of how they feel, are the ones who rise above the rest. Opportunities aren't given, they are created. The world rewards those who prepare, who master their craft in silence, and who are ready to seize the moment when it comes. There are no shortcuts, only sacrifice and discipline. Late nights, early mornings, and relentless effort. If you're not willing to do what others won't, you'll never have what others can't. Would you like me to expand on any of these? Talent is a gift, but consistency is a choice that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Make a choice, and those who achieve. The world is full of talented people who never reach their full potential, not because they lack ability, but because they lack the discipline to keep showing up day in and day out, regardless of circumstances. It's easy to get excited at the beginning, to feel that initial spark of motivation, to tell yourself that you're going to be great. But motivation fades. The fire that burns bright today can flicker and die tomorrow. What sustains greatness isn't raw talent or fleeting inspiration. It's the ability to push forward even when there's no applause, no recognition, and no visible reward in sight. People admire success, but they rarely pay attention to the path it takes to get there. They see the final product, not the endless hours of unseen work. They see the highlight reel, not the grind behind the scenes. They see the moment of victory, not the years of discipline that made it possible. That's because consistency isn't glamorous. It's not flashy. It's not exciting. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's putting in the extra effort when nobody's watching. It's repeating the same small, mundane actions over and over again, knowing that mastery isn't built in a day, a week, or even a year. The truth is, talent alone will only take you so far. Talent might open doors, but it's consistency that keeps them open. How many times have we seen people with incredible potential fall short simply because they didn't have the discipline to keep going when things got tough? It happens all the time because talent makes things easier at first, but when talent meets resistance, the ones who lack consistency crumble under pressure. They never trained themselves to endure the struggle. They never built the habits that sustain success in the long run. Success is about doing the work when nobody else wants to. When others slow down, you speed up. When others make excuses, you find a way. When others get comfortable, you keep pushing. That's the difference between the ones who reach the top and the ones who talk about it but never get there. Most people underestimate the power of small, repeated actions. They think success is about big moments, grand gestures, one-time breakthroughs. But in reality, success is built on repetition. A boxer doesn't become a champion overnight. He throws thousands of punches in the gym before he ever steps into the ring. A musician doesn't master their craft by playing only when they feel inspired. They practice every single day, hitting the same notes over and over again until perfection becomes second nature. An entrepreneur doesn't build a thriving business by working only when they feel like it. They grind relentlessly, making small daily improvements that compound over time. The ones who succeed aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the most gifted, but they are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who keep showing up when others lose interest. They are the ones who are willing to embrace the process, to push through the boring, to endure the difficult, knowing that every single step, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goal. There will be days when you don't feel like it, days when progress feels slow, days when you wonder if the effort is even worth it. That's when most people stop. That's when most people convince themselves that maybe it wasn't meant to be. But the ones who understand the power of consistency push through. They do it anyway, because they know that every time they show up, every time they put in the work, they are building something that cannot be taken away from them. Discipline is the foundation of greatness. It's the ability to stay committed to the process even when the results aren't immediate. It's understanding that every setback is temporary, every failure is a lesson, and every moment of struggle is an opportunity to grow. The people who win in the long run aren't the ones who have it easy. They're the ones who refuse to let difficulty define them. You don't have to be the most talented person in the room. You don't have to be the smartest, the strongest, or the fastest. But you do have to be the most consistent. Because if you're willing to outwork, outlast, and outdiscipline everybody else, success is inevitable. Opportunities do not come knocking. They do not show up at your doorstep, wrapped neatly with a bow, waiting to be accepted. They are built, forced into existence by those who refuse to wait. Too many people sit back, hoping for a lucky break, expecting success to find them. They wait for the perfect moment, the right conditions, the ideal circumstances. But the truth is, those who wait get left behind. Those who succeed are the ones who go out and make things happen, even when the odds are against them, even when they have nothing but their determination and a relentless mindset. People talk about luck as if it's some magical force that blesses a select few while ignoring the rest. But luck isn't what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. The difference is in preparation. The difference is in action. The ones who rise above the rest are the ones who put themselves in positions where luck has no choice but to find them. They sharpen their skills. They master their craft. They build relationships. They stay ready so that when a door cracks open, they don't hesitate. They kick it wide open. Most people don't lack opportunities. They lack the ability to recognize them. Because opportunities rarely look the way people expect them to. They don't come labeled as golden tickets. They don't arrive in perfect form. They often come disguised as hard work, as setbacks, as challenges that most people avoid. The difference between those who win and those who stay stuck is the ability to see beyond the surface, to turn obstacles into stepping stones, to create something out of nothing when others see nothing at all. You have to be willing to do what others won't. Most people complain about their circumstances, about what they don't have, about how unfair life is. They blame the system, their upbringing, their environment. But blaming never built anything. Complaining never changed anything. The ones who break through are the ones who understand that nobody is coming to save them. Nobody is going to hand them their dreams. If they want more, they have to go get it. That means taking risks. That means putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. That means stepping outside of what is safe, what is familiar, what feels good, because comfort is the enemy of progress. If you stay where it's comfortable, you will never grow. If you do only what is easy, you will never stand out. Every great success story is filled with moments where a person had to step into the unknown, had to take a chance on themselves before anyone else did. They had to believe in their vision before the world saw it. Most people never take that step. They wait for validation. They wait for permission. But the world does not give permission slips for success. It does not tell you when it's your time. You have to decide that for yourself. You have to move before you feel ready, because nobody ever truly feels ready. Every opportunity comes with uncertainty, with fear, with doubt. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is the willingness to act in spite of that fear. You have to be bold. You have to be willing to take what is yours, not in an arrogant way, but in a way that shows you know your worth. Because if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? If you don't put yourself out there, how will anyone ever know what you're capable of? Too many people stay hidden, waiting for someone to recognize them, waiting for the right conditions. But those who rise are the ones who make themselves known, who create value so undeniable that the world has no choice but to take notice. There will be times when you knock on a door and it doesn't open. Times when you put in the effort and nothing seems to happen. But that's not the moment to stop. That's the moment to knock again and again and again. Because persistence breaks down walls. Determination bends reality. The people who succeed aren't always the most talented, the most connected, or the most privileged. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who created opportunities where none existed. Success is not about waiting for the perfect conditions. It's about creating momentum, even when everything seems stacked against you. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, making the calls, sending the emails, building the relationships, taking the risks, learning from failure and pushing forward when most people would give up. The ones who truly win understand that opportunities aren't given, they are made. And they are made by those who refuse to accept anything less than the life they are capable of living. There is a price for everything, a price for success, a price for greatness, a price for being the best at what you do. And that price is sacrifice. That price is discipline. Everybody wants the reward, but few are willing to pay the price. Few are willing to wake up earlier, to stay up later, to do the hard things when nobody is watching. Few are willing to suffer for what they want. But suffering is part of the process. Struggle is part of the journey. There is no escaping it. There is no shortcut. The only way is through. Most people look for the easy way out. They want success without the hard work. They want results without the effort. They want the benefits without the cost. But that's not how life works. That's not how greatness is built. Every champion, every master, every leader who has ever stood at the top had to make sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. They had to choose discipline over comfort. They had to say no when others were saying yes. They had to walk a lonely road, filled with pain, filled with struggle, filled with moments of doubt. But they kept going because they understood that the pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. You can't cheat the process. You can't skip the hard parts. There is no secret formula, no magic pill, no overnight success story. The ones who win are the ones who do the work when nobody else wants to. They are the ones who grind in silence, who sacrifice their nights, their weekends, their social lives, because they know that every moment they waste is a moment they will never get back. They don't make excuses. They don't wait for the perfect time. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not, because they know that discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It fades. But discipline is what remains when motivation is gone. Discipline means doing what is necessary even when you don't want to. It means showing up every single day, giving your best, refusing to take shortcuts. It means training when others are resting, studying when others are partying, pushing forward when others are quitting. That's what separates the good from the great. That's what makes the difference between those who almost succeed and those who actually do. There will be days when you don't see progress. Days when you feel like your hard work is going unnoticed. Days when you question if it's even worth it. Those are the days that test you. Those are the days that break most people. Because most people give up when the results don't come fast enough. They want instant gratification. They want to see the reward immediately. But success doesn't work like that. Success is slow. It's built brick by brick, day by day, through thousands of small, invisible actions that nobody claps for. But those who stay disciplined, those who keep going even when the results aren't showing, they are the ones who eventually break through. Sacrifice is necessary. You can't have it all. You can't live like everybody else and expect to be above them. You can't spend your time in comfort and expect to be great. You have to give up something. Maybe it's sleep. Maybe it's distractions. Maybe it's certain people in your life who hold you back. But something has to go. Something has to be left behind so that you can move forward. Every choice you make is either bringing you closer to your goal or pulling you further away. And most people choose comfort. Most people choose what feels good in the moment rather than what will pay off in the long run. That's why most people never reach their full potential, because they are not willing to sacrifice what is easy for what is necessary. The journey is long. It's hard. It will test you in ways you never imagined. It will make you question yourself. It will push you to the edge, but that's where you grow. That's where you become unbreakable. Every struggle, every failure, every setback is shaping you into the person you need to be. And if you can push through the pain, if you can keep moving forward when everything inside of you wants to stop, you will come out stronger. You will come out better. You will come out unstoppable. So stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Stop hoping for success without sacrifice. It doesn't exist. The only way to win is to outwork, outlast, and outdiscipline everybody else. The only way to win is to pay the price in full every single day until there is nothing left standing between you and your goals. Because at the end of the day, you won't remember the excuses you made. You won't remember the times you took it easy. You won't remember the nights you wasted, but you will remember the moments you pushed through. You will remember the times you refused to quit. You will remember the sacrifices you made. And you will look back and realize that every second of discipline, every ounce of effort, every bit of sacrifice was worth it.